Hey guys, it's me, Johnny. You guys probably know me as the person behind the Shibui socials. And I have a problem. So you see, Shibui Universe is obviously greatly fueled, right, by its writing. We're trying to build the cinematic anime universe, and obviously what could be more important there than the writing itself, than the story itself, right? But when it comes to writing, it's really hard to kind of document the progress, you know? A lot of it just happens in the background. It happens slowly, steadily. And whatever you show, kind of sneak peeks, snippets, all that kind of stuff, you're either saying way too little, not much at all, or you're saying too much, right? You're containing spoilers or things that are going to change in the future. So yeah, we've been struggling with that. I've been struggling with that. But today, I want to take a step in the right direction and try to give a better picture of what's going on behind the scenes, about the dog's writing progress and how all that creative background kind of looks like for Shibui Universe. So come on, follow me. Let's give it a look.
Shibui.
I want to give you guys a more intricate look behind the scenes, right? So where we're at right now is we're at James' secret hideout place where he goes to write, you know, to when you have a family of 4 kids, you have a company to run, a universe to create. What he does is he tries to, you know, get back somewhere, get in the right mind space to create and to write. So that's where we're at right now. He's been a filmmaker for most of his life. He's written his fair share of scripts. Of course, what he would say right now is that this one is, you know, of a different magnitude and a different beast. But yeah, so he's been at it with Jonathan Lee Bachelor for almost 2 years. And I know for a fact that they're getting close. So yeah, enough said. Let's get on in and let's ask him a couple of questions.
Snibbly-boo.
Hello!
It's James! Come on in. Alrighty.
Welcome.
Hey
It's
James.
a little hot. Come in, come in. Hello, Pudu.
Hello.
Alright.
How are you feeling?
You caught me.
Oh, that's the best acting.
I know. I'm good. I'm good.
Alright. So, okay. First things first, so that we give people, right, it's about this intricate view into your way of writing, the way you do it. But first, before we get into all of that, how about, could you tell us kind of like an intro to the whole story that you're trying to tell?
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, as far as the story goes, we know the Lightwalkers, and there's a curse, and, I mean, the whole story in general is about light and darkness, good and evil, internal battles, struggles, what all of us deal with, right, in our lives, self-worth, doubt, and yeah, but the whole story in general, right, about the Lightwalkers, they get cursed to the Soulless Citadel, it leaves the women and the children alone to fend for themselves, and who become the women warriors, who yeah, are just trying to figure out how to rebuild, how to protect themselves, how to survive, and also, you know, how can they break the curse and bring the men back. So this whole story in general is about that, right? You saw our origin story, how everything started. You saw the Soulless Citadel, chapter 1, and the Women Warriors, and now we're kind of continuing that story. And yeah, so that's where we're at right now. That's what the screenplay is about.
That's what you're doing. All right. So next one is, I think, to me at least, the most important thing to ask a creator is, why do you do what you do? What is your motivation behind creating the screenplay and the story in this universe?
Yeah. We talked about this recently, right? As we're going through like the pitch deck for the manga and for Shibui Universe in general. And, you know, one of my things is I've just always believed in the power of storytelling from the beginning of time, right? Like humanity has told stories to pass on lessons of life, history, kind of all kind of things, to inspire, to laugh, to everything. So for me, storytelling is just super powerful. And that's even the reason why I got into filmmaking, and I did my first documentary, Time Well Spent. It's just about 4 boys telling their story, how they overcame, and encourage other people maybe going through the same thing, to not give up, and that there's hope, right?
Yeah.
And so for me, even though we're creating a fantasy world, creating Shibui Universe, it's the same. Like, I write the characters, I write their struggles, what they're going through, and hope that people might be going through a similar thing, or be having the same doubts, the same struggles, can relate, and find that encouragement they need. So for me, it's really just about, I don't know, most of the stuff I write is just about relating, like, to humanity, right? Like our struggles, and hopefully encouraging, as well as, having fun.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your favorite part so far? I mean, you've been writing for 2 years, right, with Janet Lee. What was your favorite part so far of writing the whole story? What can you tell us without containing too many spoilers, so to say?
Favorite part of the story, or favorite part of writing it?
Oh, whatever way you wanna.
Yeah, I mean, for me, the journey working with Janet and Lee has been incredible. I mean, they're amazing. So going back and forth with them on the story, on what I've written, and then getting their input, and it's just been a really fun experience for me. Personally, it's hard. There's a lot moments I really like. I think one of my favorite, just because I think it's pretty fun characters, is when they visit the Montez Giants.
Mm-hmm.
And to go seek their wisdom, right? Because they're all wise. I just think it's really fun. Like, it just reminds me of, like, I don't know, all the stuff I grew up watching. I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I like that. And then there's a few scenes, like in the end, where Emerald has to overcome. I think they're really powerful, at least to me, when I'm writing them.
Yeah.
So I like that. In general, writing has been really cool, like, for me and my family, right? Like, creating this from scratch, obviously working with professionals and everyone, but sometimes I'll just get stuck. I'm like, what I ask my kids, what do you think about this? And they come up with amazing stuff. So I've actually implemented a few things.
Yeah, and their names.
In their story, yeah. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Challenging and fun.
Yeah. So could you tell us more about kind of like the creative progress that you go through? I mean, you have 4 kids, you have a company to run, you have a universe to create. How do you get in the mind space that you're able to be truly creative, to not get bothered by, all the real world struggle going on, and to just be creative and have fun with it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I think writing for me, it's like I get in the groove, and then I can just go for it and bust it out. But when you're thinking about everything that has to do with the business and Web 2 development, finances, and all the stuff we've kind of launched, and additional to the screenplay, launching an episode, the origin story, and collections, and all this stuff. So for me, it can be hard sometimes. So luckily my wife is awesome, and I'll get away for like a night or 2 nights, depending on what we have going on, but I'll come somewhere like this, just like a cheap hotel, and here, and I actually prefer like kind of simpler hotels that are like in nature, and then I can sit there and just kind of be inspired and just write the story. So so for me, I have to get away once in a while, like, especially if I get stuck on something where I just want to go think and figure out where how I want to say it. So so my process really is just, I have to step away, log off, and then just write, like, dive into the story.
Yeah.
Go through all the notes, all, like, the different people working on the universe have gone through, putting all the parts of the universe together.
Yeah.
Janet Lee and me and Nikki and a few other people jumped in, and it's like, then I have to get together and, like, get it all good.
All right. One last question I have for you. Just to get people excited without telling too much.
Yeah.
If you if you put it together into 3 parts, you have the beginning, you have the middle, and you have the end. What part are you writing on right now?
Well, it's the end, but I'm going back.
Yeah,
like
of course.
Constant things like the way you write, you do like kind of a synopsis, like put everything out, then an outline, and went through all these processes with Janet and Lee, and then as we get to the end, and there's certain things you really want to have meaning, and then you go back and place hints of those throughout the story, to lead people up to what's coming. So yeah, we're on the end, and yeah, I keep going back and improving, and at the same time adapting the manga. So it's like we're doing that, but yeah, it's there, the ending, and I'm pretty excited about that.
One thing I'm actually not sure if we've announced it. Have we announced the name of the screenplay?
We have not.
We have not. Do we want to?
Well, it's a work in progress.
Okay.
No, I mean it is, but I could say what it's named now.
Yeah, I mean the manga we named, kind of, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But it would be the same name, so it's like
okay, so it can both change. Okay.
But right now it's called the Eternal Blade.
Oh, okay.
So has to do with what Emerald has in her hand.
And eternity.
Yeah. Yeah. We have some concept art I posted a while back of the blade.
Yeah.
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 So it's called the Eternal Blade for now.
Sick. All right. Okay, I think we'll wrap it up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, James. And I think we're going to try to do stuff like this every now and then, if we can, since you have a struggle anyway to get into your creative mode. But yeah, thanks for taking the time. We're going to leave you back to your writing. And yeah, write the end for us.
All right.
We want to see.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right.
They're nice.
They're nice. Oh God, my legs. Oh,
yeah,
this is like that. I can't walk right now. Oh God.
Shibui.